Hey, what's up, guys? Raymaster Flex here. I'm gonna do this video a lot different than I've done a lot of other videos, wrestling or random or anything like that. One of the things I failed to do in this channel is talk about how the fact that I'm an author and I'm a poet, and I actually have a book that is out now. You guys may be wondering, you know why should I buy this book? Who are you? Have you made a name for yourself? What reason should I get this book when you're just now telling us that you're an author and a poet? Well, first of all, I've been doing writing poems for over 12 years now. Secondly, this book right here that I with my hand is my first book. It is called The Variations of Strong Love, the motivation that drives you to keep going. This is a really good book. And I'm not just saying this because it's my book, but I'm also saying this because it is. It's full of poems. All these poems are very powerful, 64 pages, very short and sweet. And I know some of you guys really love poetry. And it's not one of those things that I just wrote to write. It literally teaches, it literally helps you. It literally changes your perspective on a lot of things. And if you really took the time to read it and give this book a chance, I swear to you, you would have a lot of different outlooks on life in a positive way. This book right here is very hard reading, very powerful, very influential. There's not any rhymes here because I'm not very good with rhyming. With my poems that I write, I just go straight forward, but it's very effective. And like I said, I'm not saying this because I'm not just telling you guys this because I wrote the book. I'm telling you this because it's the truth. And I know some people will have different opinions when they read the book, but I can guarantee that you can definitely take something out of this book. This book is there's actually two different themes here. We have a love theme. The first poem is called My Eternal Love for Wrestling, which is what I love, which is obviously what you've seen me post a lot of on my channel is wrestling videos. You've seen me doing that since day one, since I started this channel at the age of 15. I started posting mostly wrestling stuff from the time I was wrestling in high school in the wrestling team to me just simply posting WWE wrestling videos or even now AEW wrestling videos. You've seen me do a lot of that, and you know that wrestling is one of the things that I love and will always forever love. But what you tend to don't know or may not know is that wrestling is my life. It is something that I've been into, that I have loved since I was a baby, that I've loved since ever since I was born. And I know a lot of you guys can relate to that. Having something just so powerful that no matter what happens, no matter what gets in the way, no matter what tries to stop you, you're always going to have that love for that thing. And that is just one of the most important lessons that you can take from the first poem I have, My Eternal Love of Wrestling. I think you guys actually took the time to get this poem, to get this book, to read it out there, to actually get the opportunity to check this book out and read this first poem. You would definitely love My Eternal Love for Wrestling. Uh, you know, it's a very powerful poem. I can definitely assure you that. And it's a lot of heavy meaning to it. And I didn't just write this out of my sleep, but it's something that's just built inside of me. It's just something that has just built inside my heart, something that I just have so much passion and love for. And I know that you guys have something, no matter what it is, that you just really, really love. And in some way, I hope that if you were to take the opportunity to read this and get the opportunity to check that out, then you would see exactly what I mean. Another another thing that I'm going to lead you to, guys, is my second poem called "When I'm in Love." This poem right here, it's just it's just a way of saying, that just the feeling in love in general. It just gives you a different agenda on life. It makes you see things differently. It makes everything just seem so different to you compared to what life really is. Everything just looks like sprinkles of joy and things of that nature. It's just a really, really powerful thing. It is. Love in general. To when you're just in love, you just see things in just such a different way. My next poem, as I tell you guys, the themes are different. This one is more of a motivational poem. Is Positive Thinkers Overcome. Very powerful poem here, guys. If anything, if you guys don't, learn anything from the poems that I've done or written on here, I hope you would definitely know something from this, because this right here is just one of the strongest poems that I wrote. And again, it's not me saying it because I wrote it, but it's because it is. Because, at the end of the day, the haters are going to say a lot of things about you, and the haters are going to say you can't do this and you can't do that, but you can prove them wrong. And, out of the gist of it, what you can get is that those haters can become your lovers. And it's not to say that will happen, because you're always going to have haters, no matter who you are, no matter if you're the richest person on the planet or the wealthiest person on the planet or the best looking or whatever you might want to call yourself. You're always going to have someone that's a hater. But this poem, Positive Thinkers Overcome, is that you can pretty much overcome anything, no matter what those haters think of you, no matter what they may see of you, no matter what it is that you do, no matter what it is, you can overcome it. And that's what this poem is all about. If they say you can't do this, or if they say you can't do that, or if they say you can't do this, or if they say you can't do that, well, guess what? You can just do it, but you can do it more. And you can prove them wrong. It's that's what this poem is about. And I had a lot of, and when I'm not just writing these poems, obviously just for the sake of my audience and the people I would love to read this, but obviously I also wrote these poems because I've had the personal experience myself. One of the things about, I learned about when you're a poet, is that you want to make sure you connect to people, but also at the same time, a lot of the times when poets write, when poets do things of themselves, a lot of times it comes from experiences that they actually had. So I know I've had these experiences. And so it was, it helped me be able to write something like this and to try to urge and connect to people in that type of perspective. So this is my third poem, Positive Things Overcome, which I really think if you guys, were to read that, you would really, really enjoy it. The last poem here is Be Proud of Who You Are. Simple as that. I'm not one to judge. I'm not one to make fun of, no matter what it is. I know that a lot of us can have our insecurities that messes up our thinking, that makes us think because this person looked this way, that we should look this way, or whatever it is. I don't care your magnificency. I don't care your race. I don't care any of that stuff. The bottom line is just to be proud of who you are. And I'm not going to go any further into that, because I understand that things can prevent us from thinking that way. And that's just how life is. But I do think that if you guys took the opportunity to read this book right here, you would really enjoy what you're reading, most certainly. And it's something that I think a lot of you guys can take a lot from. And I should have actually promoted this book a while ago, but I failed to do it. But I published this book in December 29th. This book here is available on Amazon, and is also available by the company that I published this book from, which is Xzebras, xzebras.com. I will post the link on the description of this. The link will be on the description of this video of two ways that you can purchase this book. I would really appreciate it if you guys took the opportunity to check out this masterpiece, because you will certainly, most certainly enjoy, and not only enjoy, observe, learn, and take a lot from this piece. Like I said, I've been doing this for 12 years, and I just published at the end of last year. It took me a long time to get this far. And I know there's plenty of authors out there who's done way more than I have, and their books are skyrocketing. But this book right here, especially for a poetry book, I know that some of you are into it. I really would hope that you check it out, seize the deal, let me know what you think, and yeah. So sign off, Raymaster Flex. Like I said, this will be in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys another day. Peace.